This show's been on the air for 20 years, and that's a long time to be on outdoor television. And so many things have changed over the years. Archery gear's advanced. Trail cameras, they've certainly advanced. Scent elimination has evolved so much that it shuts down a deer's ability to smell. Deer urines are fresher and better. Hunting high in the tree is safer, and knowledge of hunters has been shared. Deer hunting itself is not the same as it once was. And if you remember 20 years ago, a 120-inch whitetail on film was something special. A 150-inch deer was unheard of, and shooting a Boone and Crockett whitetail was extinct. Nowadays, thanks to mostly social media warriors, the standards of hunters has risen. And what I'm saying is, people get shunned for shooting immature deer, smaller rack deer, or even a large deer that had potential. I can speak for the guys. We don't care what you think or what people think about what we decide to put our tag on. We hunt for us. We hunt because we love the outdoors and we love sharing this passion with others. Corey has definitely had a long history of shooting smaller deer than maybe some of the other shows it might air. But Corey was born and raised in Pennsylvania, where the buck never had a chance to mature or reach potential.
My PA buck. Super proud of this deer. It's been a long time since I've shot a buck in Pennsylvania.
And he'll be the first to tell you, if a buck walks in and has heart pounds, well, most likely that deer is getting an interlock to the lungs.
Let's go get this
Holy
thing.
smokes, where's my phone? Oh my gosh! Come here, Jesse.
We knew he was tight rifle.
We got him!
He just broke that off the other night.
Yeah, we said, look, he still had the velvet. So last year he had a point here.
And then one right here.
And one in here. But he's gotta be...
He's gotta be 6 years old.
At least 6 years old.
Look at that side, man.
I don't even want to say I can't believe we did it. It was total team effort.
But we knew he was on a cycle.
Never hunted a deer so smart in my life.
He was on what? A 2.5, 3 day cycle.
3 days. And this
3 day cycle.
This last one with the heat, he went 5.
Now, this isn't an episode about Corey or pointing fingers on how hunters should treat other hunters. This episode is all about how interlocks out there went from tagging out on 100-inch deer to regularly shooting giants. In the last few years, Corey's taken down some unbelievable buck, thanks to one person, Jesse Dunlap. Jesse and Corey met over 18 years ago in Alabama and became best friends.
Kansas, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, we're gonna sit here a little bit and see if a buck comes. We're losing our second camera's dying here on us. We got cameras all over this blind, but that was a interesting morning, and I finally got a turkey in Kansas. If you guys knew how many freaking turkeys I've missed in this state, good Lord, that was fun.
We about didn't bring enough arrows.
You said this morning you have a quiver, and
we got one left, and we had just seen a buck across the river. I knew that was going to happen.
In fact, Jesse is Corey's #1 phone number and his favorites on his cell phone. But just don't tell his wife.
All right, we're back out here at a lease that Corey has in Kentucky. And last night, we seen some deer. We were on doe patrol or buck, but I ended up missing. It's not my bow, I know, it's an excuse, but the problem was we got these big hills, and he decided to drive down on the bottom. Well, there was like 2 inches of snow, then it started raining. If we would have had a camera rolling, we have mud. There's more mud inside the truck than there was on the outside. We put tire chains on, we broke one of those. We put one of them blocks on, that didn't help. It took us about 2 hours to get out with no phone service.
Hey, they've had some great times over the years. A lot of laughs, and yep, they fight like brothers too.
I'm only 15 pounds from when I graduated high school, so I'm happy.
You were a fat ass in high school is what you're telling me.
Throw you out of this blind. ever seen that thing on Facebook when that turtle's mounting another turtle and they actually make noise?
What does it sound like?
Have you ever not heard that?
There you go, Marty Stauffer.
I remember the good old days. Sitting in a tree stand, $2.99, and we're eating little Debbie's, drinking little. That was 10 years ago, dude. Hey, Brossman Outfitting, so much money to come out here. Don't even see a deer in 3 weeks.
I'm just like every other outfitter in America. 69 acres, and I'm gonna take 25 guys on it. Charge them $1,000. I'm mad at Terry Drury because he didn't even know who I was. Had dinner with my daughter. Sat down at the ATA show. They got talking. Cammy showed him a couple pictures of her deer. He's like, oh, wow, you know. He was trying to, like, suck her over to their team. And she's like, I got a TV show. And she's like, what? Yeah, you know my dad, Corey Brossman. He's like,
never heard of her.
Jesse and Corey over the years have really dialed in those Kansas bucks. From the beginning when Joy Brossman shot her 170 to last season when Brody got his first Pope and Young, it's all because of Jesse.
it's not bad.
It's high. It's really high. It's pretty. Holy crap, I did it! I did it!
What about?
Look at him! Oh my gosh! Look at that! Oh my gosh, you do not know how good this feels.
Now Jesse's all about the mature older buck. He might go a few years before taking down a buck, and he's good with it. Over the years, Jesse's taken a few great buck, but more importantly, he sidelined his farms for the better of the show and for Corey, his family, and close friends to harvest great buck.
What a night we've had here. Brody is a little wore out from hunting already, and I brought Corey in here to be my cameraman. Really didn't know what to expect in here. I mean, we both kind of did, but we had deer literally all around us. We were hitting the scent thief model pretty hard because, I mean, we literally have deer popping butt. Behind us, we had a good encounter with a buck we call the G3 buck. His G3s are bigger than his 2s, of course. Man, it's a hard pass, but man, he looks like he's only a 3.5-year-old buck. We're going after a buck in this area called Splits. You'll know when that deer comes by. I passed him last year about a quarter mile from here with Corey. About 15 yards. And he blew up, so that's on my number one.
Years ago, during a hunt with young Brody, a very young 8-point with some potential appeared on the farm. Now the buck actually was with the Freak the day Brody tagged out during a youth hunt. This 8-point was off limits and over the next few seasons blossomed into an absolute monarch of a buck. He developed huge brows and grew very wide. Each year the buck was undeniable, the same deer, just 1 year bigger. For 2 seasons, Jesse spent countless hours hunting this deer with his bear archery bow, but never got a glimpse of the deer. Jesse passed up dozens of great buck because he wanted the one. When last season rolled around, once again the Big 8 showed up in velvet. Countless video and photos were taken with the Wise Eye cameras. Blinds, stands, and even apparition scents were strategically placed on the farm in hopes of seeing this great deer.
Right here in this area, they've been coming to deer 30 pellets stuff we have out, and they transition area, and they've been just tearing the crap out of this. So we're gonna give them a little Undertaker.
Last season, Kansas faced a bad drought situation, and the buck just disappeared. Rumors floated around that the buck was 7 miles south near an area with water. That never stopped Jesse from believing this buck would follow tradition and show back up for a week or so to tend doe on his farm. Jesse continued to hunt and pass deer. Last November, when the buck hadn't shown back up like years past, Jesse decided to chase 2 other deer that intrigued him, a super wide 8 and a 3-beam buck that was showing up on the Wise Eyes.
For a couple hours and Corey's seen the big white 8. He must have been bedded. like 80 yards from us, and he went the other way. So in the meantime, we had a couple other deer. We had a little doe, a buck that's got a bunch of baling twine on it. And while they were behind us a little bit, I looked up, and coming was what we call a flyer buck or twister. And man, that thing, he just came right down this trail, and he pointed right at me the whole time. It's pretty quiet, so I couldn't move much. He was getting ready to go because the little buck behind us, and there was a doe. And I went to draw, and he was literally in the spot I needed him to be in. And he took off after that doe and buck. And so, oh man, what an encounter. He's got crap everywhere.
Corey and Jesse sat together days on end and had countless encounters with both deer.
I guess this is my hunting life. Anybody that knows me, it doesn't mean that I'm picky. I just know what I want, and sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. So,
As bow season came to an end, Jesse once again took a back seat, allowing a good friend, Dennis Redden, to hunt his farm. Dennis was able to shoot the wide 8 during the firearm season, ending a year-long quest with a nice wide 8-point. And I can tell you Jesse was happy, but still wondering about the buck he truly wanted to pursue.
How is this just a strain? You got the big one, buddy. Did you see that he pooped? You did it. I'm going for it. Big boy, I'm gonna give you a bear hug. Sure, I'll have a gut. What old Jesse and Corey has put me on right here.
During the firearm season, Corey had dropped off Jesse in the last location that the big buck was seen and traditionally would go when other farms were pressured. No bait, no water trough, just some apparition scent, a gun with some bullets, and a load of scent thief was all Jesse would need to turn his entire season around in minutes.
Good deer traveling through. We just hadn't done nothing in here because there was no water, stuff like that. But put a camera in here two weeks ago, threw a little corn around all over just to attract something. Hadn't got much at all. We had a couple does, and all of a sudden we had a bunch of does the other day. So I was like, well, with them putting cattle in to the east of me, and all these knuckleheads to the east of me hunting past the cows, maybe we get a crack of something. I've been hunting this deer called the Big 8. Had him up here at the farm and just disappeared for literally 2 months. And I heard through the grapevine somebody's seen him, so I knew he's still alive. But you never know. So I'm about a mile from where I think they seen him. I don't know. You know, this deer's kind of secretive, and I just sat in this bottom. I've known in the past he comes in here in and out the last couple of years, so with them all around, maybe I can get something. But
once Jesse got all set up, it was only minutes, and a rack was heading his way. Now, Jesse's one of those guys that never thinks of himself. After he dropped that giant, he left the farm and waited for his hunting buddies Corey and Josh to help share in all the emotions. And boy, oh boy, were there a lot of emotions.
Well, I just shot a buck that I have so much history. Corey and Brody have history of it. We named it the Brody's 8. I don't know, what was that, 5 years ago? And I shot him early. And I wanted at least one of the guys to be here. I got the other guys coming in. We're gonna meet up at the farm, but I just can't believe this came together. I did not go down to him. I did nothing. I wanted to back out of here, go get some help, and I just want to put my damn hands on this deer. And I know he's right over here to the left of it. Oh, what a freaking buck, man. Oh, look at that, Corey. Look at the mass out here.
Please tell me you're mounting that one.
Look at this guy.
I can't even see you in the screen, and you're a big guy.
He had a little kicker last year. This was up to here.
You'll have to turn him this way, bud.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at this buck. And he's an 8-pointer. We'll just put my hand over that. What an 8-point, man. Me and big 8s for some reason. Shoo. Holy crap. I'm blessed, dude. Hard work, year in and year out. That's all I can tell you. And a little bit of luck. A lot of luck.
This thing is done.
Did you shave?
Yeah.
I thought it was an Amish guy.
Oh, it's so cold too sitting there tonight. I was like, that was stupid. Shave in the summer.
The years of dedication to this one buck was amazing. The amount of lost sleep, gossip ignored, neighbors moving closer to the fence line, trespassers, and the fact that Jesse never even knew if the buck was still alive was amazing to see unfold. This buck is truly special and will go down as one of the greatest deer stories we'll ever tell. Thank you, Jesse, for all you do for the show, for the sponsors, and for all the ones watching the show. Your true whitetail passion is amazing, and we hope we can do this together for many, many years to come.